Hey everybody, this is Christian from the Charles Mills Writing Center, and today we're going to be talking about adverbs. So I'm going to share my screen. Here we go. And okay, so let's start with the definition. An adverb is a word belonging to one of the major form classes in any of numerous languages, typically serving as a modifier of a verb, an adjective, another adverb, a preposition, a phrase, a clause, or a sentence, and expressing some relation of manner or quality, place, time, degree, number, cause, opposition, affirmation, or denial. So we're going to break it down a little bit further. Like an adjective, an adverb is a type of modifier. Adverbs, however, are a little bit more flexible in their usage. They can modify verbs, adjectives, other adverbs, preposition, or other more complex grammatical structures, which we're not really going to get into today. We'll do a little bit with like a phrase at the end, but that's as far as we're going to go. So let me highlight the important parts here. So typically serving as a modifier of a verb, adjective, another adverb, preposition, and then we'll leave these complex things out for now. And also expressing some relation of manner or quality, place, time, degree, number, cause, opposition, affirmation, or denial. Oops. Hold on. There we go. Okay. My highlighting skills are not on point today. But anyways, this definition comes from Webster's 9th Collegiate Dictionary on page 59. So, all right, so let's talk about some common adverbs. All right, we have well, poorly, quickly, slowly, beautifully, horribly. And so far, these are all opposites on the left and right. The rest aren't necessarily opposites, they're just other adverbs. We have today, yesterday, almost, and very. So let's look at some sentences. So our first sentence is an example of an adverb modifying a verb, which is why I have verb at the beginning there. So here's our sentence. The tree grew quickly because it received sunlight and water. So in our first example, we can see the adverb quickly highlighted in magenta, and the verb that modifies, or the verb that it modifies, which is grew, and that's highlighted in green. So when we look at the next sentence, we have a very similar structure there. We also have an adjective modifying a verb, but there's a very notable difference. So let's read the sentence. The teacher quickly, adverb, graded, verb, the papers. Teacher quickly graded the papers. So in this example, the adverb comes before the verb, and in the nouns, it was the very rigid structure, but with the adverbs, there's a bit more flexibility. And I'm not going to get into exactly why that is, because that's more than I can explain in the short amount of time that we have. But just know that it's a bit more flexible with adverbs, where they are placed is a bit more flexible. All right. So the next one, we have an adverb modifying an adverb, which is why I put very here, because very is a very good adverb to know. Sorry, no, actually, I wasn't trying to make that into a pun, but it turned out pretty well. I'll just, you know what, I'll take credit. I'll pretend like I planned that because it sounds better. Okay, there we go. So anyways, our sentence, you sing very well. Sing is the verb, which is modified by the adverb well, but then well is the adverb that is modified by the other adverb very. So very actually is an adverb that expresses degree. So very it modifies the other adverb well. So our chain of modification goes, let's see, so well, so very modifies well, and then well modifies sing, right? So our next sentence, adjective. Well, yeah, so we have an adverb modifying an adjective, right? This sentence is very short. So if we get rid of the very, this sentence is short, that makes sense. But now we're just adding more information about the degree of the shortness of the sentence, right? This sentence is short. How short? It's very short. Make sense? Yeah. Yeah, okay. And sorry, the final sentence, we have like a preposition. So prepositions we haven't talked about yet, but usually in a preposition, we're basically just talking about relations or location. And I'll give a better definition in a couple of videos from now. But what we have here, in is a preposition, also of, that is also a preposition, but it's not involved in the modification here. But in is involved in the modification here. So that's why I highlighted it. So I am standing directly in front of the house. So in front is a prepositional phrase. And that's technically what's receiving the modification. But the grammatically important part of that is in, because that's the actual preposition. But the prepositional phrase is what is receiving the modification of directly, which is the adverb. So yeah, and that might not make complete sense right now, but hopefully it'll make more sense when we talk about prepositions later on. Yeah, so that's it. Thank you everybody for watching, and hope you have a great rest of your day. We will see you in the next video, which will be a summary of what we've gone over so far. And yeah, we'll stop my screen share here, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care.